Colleagues, I rise today to express my frustration, my disappointment, and my disgust with the governor's appointment of Bishop Ira Combs to the Michigan Civil Rights Commission, a man who has made it his mission to stand in the way of universal civil rights for Michiganders who just want the same freedom and liberty that their fellow citizens are granted. Mr. Combs is a bully who has used his pulpit and his position to bully high school students and college students as they sought to grow in leadership roles. He actively opposed a Michigan State student from running for president of the university simply because he was gay. He actively fought to prevent a group of Jackson High School students just wanting to form a gay-straight alliance. In his hometown of Jackson, Mr. Combs is the leading opponent of an ordinance banning discrimination against gays and lesbians. A man who is against banning discrimination of any kind has no place on the Michigan Civil Rights Commission. Mr. Combs asserts that the LGBT community is not disadvantaged. This is patently false. In Michigan, you can marry who you want to on Sunday, but be fired from your job on Monday for just living out loud who you are. LGBT youth in Michigan experience more instances of harassment, bullying, and suicide than any other group in our state. By perpetuating his bigoted views, Mr. Combs is fighting to keep the LGBT community in the shadows, where they are discriminated against and bullied. This is not the way forward for Michigan, and we must empower people who preach inclusivity and acceptance, not bigotry and hate. Bishop Combs claims he will not use this bias in his new position. Unfortunately, that is not his record. If the governor will not remove this appointment and nomination, then I call on this body to hold confirmation hearings and to reject this appointment. I have my doubts that we will do that. While 70% of Michigan citizens support expanding protections to the LGBTQ community, we refuse to act. Instead, we allow discrimination to continue, and even went so far as to allow discrimination in adoption just last year. This body is on the wrong side of history. We're on the wrong side of equality. We are on the wrong side of justice, just like Pastor Combs. I ask my colleagues to act, and I ask that my remarks be printed in the Journal.